What's up, Beta Nation? How you guys doing? Today we're going to do a video about the post-draft breakdown, so let's get right into it. Let's start off with Ashton Jeanty, the blue chip draft choice we selected in the first round. The Raiders' backfield definitely needed an attitude adjustment, and that's exactly what this tailback is bringing. Offensive coordinator Chip Kelly gets a blue chip running back to scheme around that brings power, speed, and vision. Jeanty, 5'9" and 211 pounds, can both gas and pummel defenses and fills a huge need for the Las Vegas offense. He and a stellar tight end in Brock Bowers give the Raiders two young foundational offensive pieces for years to come. This pick seemed like a no-brainer. Coach Pete Carroll made it clear that he wants a run-heavy offense, and Jeanty is not only the top running back in this year's class, but one of the best overall players. The addition of Jeanty fits Carroll's expectations of being competitive right away. At the same time, Jeanty and tight end Brock Bowers are solid foundational players to build on for us in the future. And let's go on with Jack Bech. So this guy is a great kid. He has hands, and he's a tone-setting wideout who is physical and smooth at 6'1" and 214 pounds. Bech is a savvy route runner who can high point the football, and he's ultra competitive. Bech isn't going to turn or burn defenders outright with his speed, but his ability to get in and out of cuts will get him open frequently, and he's fearless going over the middle. He'll remind Raider Nation of Jakobi Meyers as a receiver who has reliable hands and can also block. Las Vegas gave quarterback Geno Smith some more help because Bech had a breakout performance in 2024, becoming just the fifth player in TCU history to record a 1,000-yard receiving season. Bech, a Biletnikoff Award semifinalist, finished sixth in the Big 12 in receiving yards with 1,034 yards. The Raiders entered the draft with needs at running back and at wide receiver, and they addressed both with their first two picks. So let's talk about Darian Porter here. He's a great kid with great talent, and he's a towering corner who stands nearly 6'3". Porter brings a blazing 4.30 speed to the Raiders secondary. Still developing as a tackler and a run defender, he can come in and compete for a role on the defense, but is also a special teams demon. He started in 7 games, all in 2024. During his 6-year career at Iowa State, Porter came to the program in 2019 as a wide receiver before he moved to cornerback in 2022. Porter spent the majority of his college career playing special teams, but he has the size and physical traits that Carroll looks for in a cornerback. Now let's go to Caleb Rogers here. Despite being an Iron Man with an incredible snap counts in college, 55 straight starts, 4,331 total snaps, and having a bevy of experience, Rogers is still a raw prospect. Somehow. Plenty big at 6'5" and 312 pounds, Rogers is going to start his career inside at guard and has the footwork and movement skills to do well. But he requires refinement in many areas, particularly improving balance at the pad level, as he starts off as a nice, solid depth piece. Raiders general manager John Spytek said he would have felt bad if he walked away from his first draft in Las Vegas without a couple of linemen. The Raiders addressed that position with back-to-back picks to close out the third round. Rogers started in 55 consecutive games for the Red Raiders, playing primarily at offensive tackle. Carroll said Friday that he expects Rogers to play at guard in the NFL level. Let's talk about Charles Grant now. He's a nimble 6'5" and 311-pound blindside protector. That is an excellent fit for a zone-heavy scheme. Grant is an ideal type for the Raiders' upcoming system under Kelly. His wrestling background and massive wingspan, along with his heavy bag of tricks, can definitely stifle incoming rushers and what he can do to get out of the second level as a run blocker. He'll need to get stronger to meet the leap in competition head on, but with Colton Miller's contract situation up in the air, it was expected that our Raiders will draft an offensive tackle at some point. Grant will have a chance to compete at right tackle with the potential of playing left tackle down the road. Now let's go with Dante Thornton Jr., one of my favorite picks here. He's viewed as a one-trick pony, but Thornton brings exactly what the Raiders' offense is missing: a pure vertical deep threat that has size. At 6'5", with a 4.30 speed, Thornton demands coverage, whether he's in the target or not, and will help open things up for Bech, Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers, and others. Thornton's size and speed also make him a potential monster as a gunner on special teams too. Even after the Raiders took Beck in the second round, they still needed help at wide receiver. Thornton, who totaled a career best 661 yards in 2024, has big play potential. He led the nation in average yards per catch, 25.4, and catches for 50 plus yards, which was 6. Next, let's go to Tonka Hemingway here. Undersized at nearly 6'3" and 282 pounds, how the Raiders deploy Hemingway goes a long way to his future projection. Is he a big edge or light defensive tackle? Athletic with an explosive first step, Hemingway has the makings of a penetrating lineman, but he also needs to gain more strength to anchor with power. Think of Hemingway as a lighter Adam Butler, Dylan Parham light specifically. Hemingway, the second defensive player taken by Las Vegas in the draft, provides depth up front. In 5 seasons at South Carolina, Hemingway showcased an ability to rush the quarterback. He totaled 9.5 sacks in the last 3 years, including 4 in 2024. Next, we got J.J. Peegs. I hope I'm saying his last name right. Pardon me if I did not. Another athletic interior lineman prospect at 6'3" and 309 pounds. Peegs moves very well for a player of his size and stature. While he doesn't bring power as a defender you'd expect, he's quick and can beat one-on-one and double-team blocks. But do the Raiders have a new age Zach Crockett on their hands? Used as a power fullback in Lane Kiffin's offense, Peegs scored 7 touchdowns for Ole Miss in 2024 as a short yardage runner. The Raiders used 4 of their last 5 draft picks to address the trenches on both sides of the ball. Peegs was one of the top defensive tackle prospects remaining on the board. He was named 3rd team All-SEC in 2024 after totaling 14.5 tackles for a loss and 15 run stops. He also lined up as a fullback in goal line and short yardage situations. Peegs recorded 7 rushing touchdowns, second most on the team and the most in a season by a FBS defensive lineman over the last 25 years. Let's talk about Tommy Mellott here, quarterback. Announced as a wide receiver at the draft, but listed as a quarterback by the Raiders, Mellott was a dual threat explosive athlete as a quarterback at Montana State. Standing 5'11" and 200 pounds, Las Vegas would be wise to let Mellott dabble in everything including return man. He brings 4.39 speed, vision, and toughness to be a slot type in the NFL. Perhaps he can even be a trick play / wildcat type quarterback for Las Vegas. Who knows? Mellott is expected to be a wide receiver at the next level after playing quarterback in college. He finished his career at Montana State with 3,523 rushing yards and 5,810 passing yards. Mellott participated in wide receiver and punt return drills at his pro day. Let's go to another quarterback, Cam Miller. High football IQ and a game manager type. Miller isn't physically impressive at 6'1" and 215 pounds. What is impressive though is his anticipation and accuracy. He can feather and thread passes but doesn't offer a true cannon of an arm. Miller is a good decision maker and gets the most out of what is presented to him. With his arm and legs, Miller has a shot to earn the QB3 role as a rookie. Next, Cody Leidenberg. A read and react linebacker can diagnose pre-snap and post as he recognizes plays and tendencies. The 6'2", 236-pounder offers straight line speed to attack the run and blitz and improved on his coverage skills. But his back pedal and lateral movement can be painful to watch at times. High motor and competitiveness are tailor-made for the special teams. Inside linebacker was another area of need for the Raiders. Devin White and Elandon Roberts are expected to be starters at inside linebacker, but Leidenberg can serve as a backup with the possibility of being a valuable special teamer. So overall, in this draft, I give the Raiders an A. I'm very happy with this draft. They addressed the needs that needed to be addressed, and we made a home run with Ashton Jeanty at the first pick. And I just feel a lot of promise going into the future and into the season. And I definitely think that Pete Carroll definitely put his touch And John Spytek also put their mark on this draft also as well. Mark Davis has to be happy with how things are going forward. And salute to Tom Brady, Tom Terrific. I'm very happy for Tom Brady to be there, sharing his wisdom and knowledge to the rest of the front office. That is something that is invaluable. So I'm very, very happy for that. It was a solid draft, and I'm definitely looking to see what's going forward. I can't wait for preseason. And I'm fired up to be a Raider fan right now. I'm very optimistic going into the season. So I'm very happy. And let's just see how things turn out. And I think it's gonna go, we're gonna have greatness in the future. So I just wanna thank you guys for watching this video. If you have the time and if you like the content, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. You know, it's the small things that count, and I really, really appreciate that. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day, great evening, depending on what time of day you're seeing this. And stay safe out there, guys. And one last thing. Let's go Raiders. Let's go, baby.